This is Tintern Abbey, which inspired monks to prayer, William Wordsworth to poetry, J.M.W. Turner to a famous painting, and has rushed tourists to a thoughtful moment. This verse-worthy ruined castle of an abbey merits a detour off the main motorway. Founded in 1131 on a site chosen by Norman monks for its tranquility, it has functioned as an austere Cistercian abbey until its dissolution in 1536. The monks followed a strict schedule. They rose after midnight, several hours after midnight, for the first of 8 daily prayer sessions, and then spent the rest of their time studying and working the surrounding farmlands and meditating. It was dissolved under Henry VIII's Act of Suppression in 1536. The magnificent church mouldered in resident obscurity until tourists in the Romantic era, late 18th century, discovered the wooded Wye Valley and these abbey ruins. J.M.W. Turner made his first sketches in 1792, and William Wordsworth penned lines composed a few miles above Tintern Abbey in 1798. With all the evocative ruined abbeys that are dotting the British landscape, you might ask why all the fuss about this one. Well, because fewer is big, and is remarkably intact, and is picturesquely situated. Most of the external walls of this 250-foot long, 150-foot wide church still stand, along with the exquisite window tracery and outlines of the sacristy, chapter house, and dining hall. The daylight that floods through the roofless ruins highlight the Gothic decorative arches. You can see them here. In those days, a bold departure from Cistercian simplicity. I can't even say that word. What is it? Cistercian simplicity. And while the guidebooks in this area narrate a very detailed, architectural-oriented tour, I think the best thing is just to simply stroll this cavernous interior and to let our imaginations roam, like the generations of romantics that were moved before us. Mm-hmm. I thought, since we're at the place that inspired Wordsworth, I would read a little bit of the first section of lines composed a few miles above Tintern Abbey on revisiting the banks of the Wye doing a tour, July 13th, 1798, by William Wordsworth. We'll be visiting Wordsworth home here in about a week in the Lakes District. 5 years have passed, 5 summers, with the length of 5 long winters. And again I hear these waters, rolling from their mountain springs with a soft inland murmur. Once again do I behold these steep and lofty cliffs that on a wild secluded scene impress thoughts of more deep seclusion, and connect the landscape with the quiet of the sky. The day is come when I again repose here under this dark sycamore and view these plots of cottage ground, these orchard tufts, which at this season, with their unripe fruits, are clad in one green hue, and lose themselves mid groves and copses. Once again, I see these hedgerows, hardly hedgerows, little lines of sportive wood run wild, these pastoral farms, given to the next door, and wreaths of smoke sent up in silence from among the trees, with some uncertain notice, as might seem of vagrant dwellers in the houseless woods, or of some hermit's cave where by this fire this hermit sits alone. Okay, so here we reside on a bench at Tintern Abbey in the Wye Valley. The weather this morning was bright and sparkly on our ride up from Wells, but now it's a bit overcast again. Can anyone say England? That's how the weather seems to work around here. Uh, uh, Sun's out over there. SOTS is a term I remember reading. So, sun out over there. So, Jackie, what do you think of this place?
Pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing. What do you like about it best?
The beauty around it.
The beauty around it? Okay. You did see a house up in the hills, didn't you, that you think you can live in?
Right over there.
Yeah, right over there. Okay.
First house in England that I would live in.
First house in England you would live in. Why is that?
Because it's up on a hill by itself, not right next door to everybody.
Ah, okay. Okay. Jackie's about living without people next door. She's not a very friendly person, so she wants to have some separation between us and other people, but no. So this is the place that inspired Wordsworth, and later um, we will be going to Wordsworth's cottage where he did much of his writing up in the Southern Lake District. I think in less than a week we'll be up in the Lake District, but I wanted Jackie to see this. This is a beautiful valley. The green is home green, the same colors we would see at home.
Lusher.
But it's lusher. Yeah, there's less of the brown coloring. I'll flip it around here. There's less of the brown coloring that you'd see in other locations. It's just green. It just never stops being green. Yes, it rains a lot here. That goes with the rain, doesn't it? I'm trying to go up around and show you that house in the hills that Jackie likes so much. Let's see here. There it is. See it up there? I'll zoom in if I can. Way up there. See it, ladies and gentlemen? First house that Jackie says she'd live in England, but she's not a. You haven't been a big fan of the Stones, right? Not the Rolling Stones, but
The
the
stone homes.
the
They
Stone
look
homes.
cold.
This looks too cold to you?
They look cold.
Yeah. Okay. Well, enough for that. So this was Tintern Abbey. Hope you enjoyed it.